Everybody, welcome back to the cockpit. We are here in the beautiful island of St. Lucia. It's been a great time. Today we're heading north. We're going to be flying from here up to Antigua. Short flight's only about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So it should be pretty good. It's a very small ramp here, as you can see with the GA aircraft around us. When we get ready to go, we'll probably push back to the left. We're taking off runway 10 as the winds are out of the east today. But the weather looks absolutely fabulous. So let's get on board and we'll get this flight underway. There we go. So we got our weather, we got everything good there. So confirm parking brake is set, chocks have been removed, ground power. Oh, we do have ground power is connected. Throttle levers are confirmed. Idle engine master is normal. So batteries can come on. External power can come on. Generator switches are on. Gears are up and running. Get the panel lights up on both sides. And the ones I always forget. And 2 clicks on the McDo. Some lower lights. And we'll get the upper lights as well. So the lights, landing gear lever is checked and confirmed. Down flaps are retracted, spoilers are retracted. Fuel quantity is set. Seatbelt signs and no smoking signs are now on. So let's see what services we have today. Pushback and fuel. Well, that's fine. Anyway, let's get the peoples on board. Here they come. We'll get the nav lights on. We're not going to need de-ice. Transponder is set to 7,000. Beacon lights I won't worry about till I start the APU. 23,000. That's how high we're going today. Fairly low altitude. Get the crew oxygen on, emergency lights are armed, and we'll get the ventilation system up and running. It is hot here. Current weather here in St. Lucia is winds out of the east at 14 knots and 30 degrees Celsius. So it's a nice warm one, high 80s. QNH is 1014. So, time to enter in the flight plan. And again, we'll be doing this from scratch. So let me just get over to my flight plan here. It's fairly simple. Should get some good views over some of the islands, though. Okay, so our data is correct. Go to our initialization screen. Today we're flying from TLPL, LPL to TAPA. No stored flight plan, and our alternate is TNCM. Flight number today is FLCT06. Cost index of 25 and a cruise flight level of 230. So we'll go to page 2. Our zero fuel weight is 123.6. We're not that heavy today. And our zero fuel weight center of gravity is calculated at 32 11.2. Our block fuel today is 11.5. And there is our fuel prediction. So that is all set. We can now go to our performance page. Transition altitude for this airport. Let's see if it's still 18,000 feet. The departure. Pretty simple departure. Don't really see it. We'll go with 10,000 feet. That's fine. It will be a flaps 1 and a 1 degree up on the trim, and our calculated flex temp today is 68 degrees. That makes our V1. Ooh. What did I get wrong? Oh, there we go. Let's add something else in there. So 147, 154, and 155 today. All right, let's go to our flight plan. So you can see we're almost basically heading north to get to the airport, but we will do a little bit of flight planning. So we are from here, we are going runway 10. There are no SIDs available. Basically, it's climb straight out to 4,200 feet and then make your turn to the left. We are going to KISES. So KISES is our next waypoint. And that will be this one. All right, and from there, we are going on A324 to FOF. And then from there, we are on A312 to, you're gonna go in? A312. We're going to KASKI, Kasky. Oh, there it is. And that is it. And then on our arrival, we will be doing the RNAV for 07. So our arrival is going to be the RNAV 07. Where is BDAV? Let's see, Bopar. So there's BDAV, and Beaumet. Beaumet's up there. Ew. So we want the, I think it's going to be the south one. Let's see what happens on the route. So these are to the east, and it kind of takes you onto a rough downwind. So we'll just see which side it puts us on. So if we go back to the flight plan, is that the right one? I think it is. Yeah, it is. We come back in and around. So that is our flight plan set. Performance is set. Our initialization is set. So walk around is done. Pretty much. And we can let's continue getting everything ready. I think we're pretty much set here. Go about there. There we go. And we'll come back and slightly down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down.
Alright, so let's take a look around the airport here. The beautiful St. Lucia. While the APU fires up, you can see the water. We're going to taxi down to that end of the runway. This is the very southern tip of the island. St. Lucia is basically to the north of us there. A little bit of general aviation over there. I mean, this should be airliners, not GA aircraft. And there's the end of the runway out over the water. Like I said, winds are about 10 knots out of the east. And we're going to head out there to 4,200 feet, and then we'll make our turn to the left. So it is looking a really nice day out here. And this should be the weather all the way up to Antigua. Our beautiful Airbus A320neo. So we're still boarding. And he just walked right through the engine. Very good. You're gonna get sucked in there, but well, not that it's running yet, but you're gonna get sucked in there. Now I did put the beacon on. Is it going? Oh yeah, it's flashing. Alright. So everyone's still boarding. I'll get back to you once everyone's on board.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 06. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
All right, we are ready for push. Just waiting for it to connect here, and I think it's going to be a insta push. I'll just get out of the way of the guys here, and we're going to go tail to the right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others.
Area is clear, engines are clear, fuel pumps will come on.
In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat
Mode
or
selector.
When instructed to do so, open the
And
plastic
engine
pouch
one start.
and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. Please securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Alright, engine one is almost up to speed. And it is up, so we'll start engine number 2. We have fuel flow, oil pressures and temperatures are in the green. Final looks at St. Lucia Airport. And we are up and good. So we've got positive fuel flow, all pressures and temperatures are good. All electronics are on, all hydraulics are on. APU will come off. And igniter goes back to normal. So probe and window heats will come on. Heading indicators and altimeters. The altimeter is setting for the airport right now. Let's get the latest update. 1014. So So we'll go 1014 and we'll set the alternate 1014. That's set and cross-checked. Standby instruments are set. Departure radios and avionics are set. Autopilots. Good flight director is now on. Auto brake set to max. Flaps go to a 1 for takeoff. Elevator trim will go to 1 up. And flight control check. Full left, full right, and neutral. Full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, and right rudder. Alright, flight controls are checked. We have taxi clearance, so taxi light will go on. Parking brake comes off. Good to taxi out. So we'll arm the spoiler, TO config. And since it's a very short run,
cabin crew seats for takeoff, please.
here to the runway. And like I said, we're going to back taxi down to the far end. Lights will go on, takeoff, taxi, taxi will go to takeoff, and the strobe lights will come on. And while we taxi down, we'll put on the transponder, the PWS, and the weather radar. Lock the door. And we are pretty much set to go. It's a bit of a haul down to the far end, but that's fine. We'll get there. So you're set up 40, that's fine. So this is going to be another attempt at an RNAV approach. I've been doing a couple of those recently, so they are getting a little bit better, or at least knowing the limitations of the sim. So we're going to give another one a try. This time I won't turn the approach on until I'm basically almost on the actual center line for the runway. Hopefully that works a little bit easier for it. So it looks like our turnaround spot is just to the right there. And we'll just follow the line around. Should bring us Nicely lined up on the runway. Something like that. All right, so engines to 40%. Stable. And throttles to takeoff power. Man flex. Knots. 140. V1. Rotate. 15 degrees. Positive rate. Gear up. Thrust climb, nosing down for acceleration. It's 200 knots, flaps fully forward. Be nice when I can do this without having to look down all the time. Acceleration, still hand flying. Like I said, we're going to take her up to 4,200 feet, or just confirm that altitude or that direction. $4,600 feet. Let's keep a nice 10-degree climb going. We're going to go direct to kisses, and autopilot is on. There we go. So we should get a really good view of St. Lucia as we go around. There's the island there, and we're going to be basically flying up the chain of islands. Gorgeous view out the window. So 10,000 feet is our transition altitude. Absolutely gorgeous. Live weather. It's currently about 11:30 in the morning there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. So now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight communications to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV.
There's the airport we left. heading up to intercept the line, and then we're going to head off to Kisses, and now we're going back into climb mode. We're only going up to 23,000 feet, so it's not going to take long to get up there. And there's the rocking. It's so annoying. Anyway, we're going to leave you with some views, and we'll pick up the pace, or pick up with you again in the cockpit when we get a little bit closer to our destination of Antigua. See you soon. Alright, so we're starting in on our arrival into Antigua, St. John's Airport. We're out at BVAD South, which was that first point on the arrival. So we're now turning back to 255 degrees, and that will head us back towards the island. We kind of flew towards it and then headed out northeast over the ocean to turn around and come back in on the arrival. I didn't have the other points in my nav to come in direct, which is fine. But we're going to have to be at the next waypoint of Ebluck. We're going to have to be down at 2,500 feet. And then we kind of fly around the island at 2,500 feet. Which is what we're going to do. So you can see Ebluck there. It's about 60 miles away. So we're going to go about 1,500 feet per minute. We're going to slow to 280 and then drop even lower after that. Just getting my checklist out for this part of the flight. As we continue around the arc here. And a gorgeous day down here in the Caribbean. So the island's off over there. So we made the turn. We're now heading in, so we're going to go to 2,500. And we will start that descent. About 1,500 feet, and we're going to slow ourselves down to
assist with customs at our destination. Flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
There we go. 2,500 feet per minute. So we're going to enter our information in here for our performance. So QNH currently is 1015. Current temperature is 28 degrees Celsius. And winds are 110 at 11 knots. Or 100 at 11 knots. 6,000 feet is our transition altitude. 630 feet is our MDA. Won't be an issue today because we are on a it's wide open and we're not going to have weather issues here. Okay, so we're going to go back to 40. We're going to go into terrain mode. You can stay on weather over there. And we'll see how we do as we continue our descent. So our altimeter will stay down to transition. And we'll go to, we'll stay at 250. Pretty much all the way until we've turned in towards Amali, which is where we'll probably activate approach mode and begin our step downs or our drops in speed. We're not going to be able to use manage mode because if we look at our thing here, that 224, something I've entered has screwed that up. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to investigate that. That should be down in the 130s. But it's been a nice flight. Some nice views of the islands as we passed over 2 or 3 different countries on the way here, island nations. So Antigua is pretty flat, except it seems to have on the southwest corner one nice elevation of up to 1,000 to 1,500 feet in that range. And that's what we're going to be flying around. So we're going to go past it on the, it'll be on our right, and we'll kind of do a couple right turns and then come back in towards the airfield. The runway elevation is 58 feet. And she's almost 10,000 feet long, so no issue for airliners. Now we're parking at the new terminal today. We'll see which bay is open when we get there. So we're down through 18,000. We'll get everyone seated. Okay, our strobes are still on along with our beacon and our nav lights. See the island starting to appear. Speed the descent a little bit. We'll see when we get down to 20 miles how far out we are, or how far up we are. So I've been doing some research in the other 2 Microsoft airplanes. The 747 is kind of in a rough state. There's a lot of stuff that isn't working on it. The 787 is okay, although I've had a couple issues with it. Deciding it's going to go do something else on me and heading for the ground. So we'll see about that one. I may slip that in every now and then, but for now we're going to stay with the Airbus. I'm having fun with it. It's as the fly-by-wire guys doing the NX mod bring more and more into it, it becomes more and more enjoyable. So it's not bad. So they did say 1 hour and 10 minutes of flight time. We're now 1 hour and 1 minute since pushback. So it'll take 10 minutes from that for flight. So we're about 50 minutes in the air. So that's not too bad. Oh, something I wanted to check. Somebody said this is working. Hey, look at that. Little chrono. Oh, you can pause it and make it go away. Okay, cool. So we got that one over there as well. I kind of prefer that one. It's the one that's actually in the aircraft. Alright, so there's the island. You can see the there's the hills there. So we're gonna kind of fly over here and then come around the back side of the mountain, and I think that's the airport right there. Come up and around and then in, and we'll do our landing. So hopefully the RNAV will work for this. We're gonna let it do its thing. I'll manage the speed this time. Although if we go into the flight plan, I mean, the approach should handle the speeds and stuff. The way it kind of works is, when you're in approach mode, as you drop, it'll fly within the flap range, I think, for the next set of flaps. So if you've got flaps 1, it'll fly at that 180, whatever. And then when you put in the flaps 2, it'll drop to 160. Then when you put the gear down on the other flaps down, it'll go to your approach speed. So it kind of does it on its own in approach mode. In VNAV mode out of the FMS for like we are right now, cruise and descent, it's not working. My hope is when they come out, who was doing Aerosoft, when they come out with the CRJ 700 series, which I think is the 550, the 7.
We have begun our final
The
descent
9.
to your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash
Antigua.
one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Okay, so we're about 4,000 feet, 12 miles to go, so that should be good. So I hope they've got their systems all working and everything works properly. I know they've been working on the aircraft for quite a while, even way before the sim was released, so the screenshots look amazing. Get that mouse out of there. Be nice if that went away if you didn't touch it for a while. So somebody asked me what's the voices. That's PAX. For these videos I am not importing the little graphic bar at the bottom in on the screen. I'm just using it as background sounds for the flights. Alright, so everything's looking good as we come into the island. Another gorgeous Caribbean day on another gorgeous Caribbean island. almost can see it. There she is, coming into sight there. Need to be that close. Okay. Again, live weather. It's a gorgeous day out. So you can see the tops of the mountains coming in here. Right over there. And the airport's somewhere over there. Like that's it right there. So there's 2300. I think there is an approach we could have come in straight in from the south, but when I loaded up the RNAV, this is what it gave me. And it didn't give me any of the southern transition points. Nice view out of the island.
2,500.
All right, let's get ready to make our approach here. So we're going to go back to 240. We're going to go to 220. Just going to start to nose up a little bit, which is fine. Let's go into approach mode now. Go to flaps 1. Oh, there we go. Oh, I said I wasn't doing that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Had a brain fart for a minute there. So normally, like I said, that would take us down through the speeds, but for some reason I just forgot that we weren't doing that, and I'm gonna have to do this manually. All right. Come back to 180. Flaps 2. Right, all the landing lights. Taxi lights, wing lights don't gotta worry about. Seatbelts are on. Too busy yakking away coming in. Okay, Bopar, so we're gonna go to approach mode. Let's see if this will do it. Ballpark, we should be at 2,000 feet. So we come back. Flaps 3, gear down. There's our descent starting. A little bit, no. Flaps full. Speed brake is up.
Camera crew, please take your seat for landing.
No, she's not going to do it. All right. So we'll just hand flyer down. So once we hit Ballpark, try to maintain a 7,000 foot per minute descent, or 700 foot per minute descent, which should take us in. Something about there. A little bit of a wind we're dealing with. The Airbus is fairly easy. You kind of just set it up to what you want, and just minor adjustments just for wind and stuff. It's going to hold my speed for me. I'll take it back to 135. Two whites, two reds. A little bit off the center line. Okay, we got a fairly strong wind. Okay, we're a little low. I want to go to 4 red.
400.
Playing with the trim. Still got that 20 knot wind.
300.
There we go, we're back on. A little high.
200.
Watch the descent rate.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
And we are down. That nose down. Reversers are on full. Held the nose off too long. Alright, there's 60 knots. Reversers are off. And auto brakes are off. Oh, welcome to Antigua.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 11:14 a.m. and it's currently about 26 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight.
Oh, we can go ahead
This
over
is your
here.
final destination. We thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
All right. So we'll turn off here. I was going to turn around on the runway, but I didn't realize we could get off at this end until I pulled the chart up. And there's the terminal building where we're headed. And we're going to park beside this guy here. First, let's get the aircraft cleaned up. So, after obtaining landing checklist, spoilers are retracted, flaps are going up, engine mode selector is on, normal landing lights off. Come on. Strobe lights are off. Anti-ice is not an issue. Yeah, APU will get going. Brake temperatures should be fine. I wasn't really on the brakes, yeah. Transponder goes TARA. PWS off, weather radar off. AP's kicking off. Trim goes back to 1 up. And we will start the APU. Parking brake will come off, and we can taxi forward to our parking spot now. Yeah, it was a pretty stiff wind as we came in there. Good hand flying approach though. I'll give myself a little pat on the back. We're just going to park right here in this. We'll create a spot here. So it looks like a metro liner. Something like this. Let's ease this forward. I think that will be good enough. So parking brake is on, thrust levers are at idle, ground contact is established, external power is on, AP will come off. We have electrical power, so the engines will come off. Parking brake is confirmed. Beacon will come off, seatbelt sign will come off, anti-ice off, passenger sign doors Flight director, landing systems are off. AP is not required. Fuel pumps now will all come off. Beacon will leave on. Any messages on eCam? No. And that is going to do it for us, guys. Well, thanks for coming along for the flight. Hope you enjoy Antigua. We'll see you in a week when we head off to our next destination. Bye for now.